Trump's Liberation Day for tariffs is here, and it's not looking good for markets. It's Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. I'm Christine Lee. This is CoinDesk Daily. Bitcoin plunged about 6.5% after U.S. President Donald Trump announced a 25% levy on all foreign-made cars that goes into effect today. A minimum of 10% import tariffs on U.S. trading partners starts April 5th, and higher country-specific tariffs kick in on April 9th for about 60 countries. President Donald Trump introduced the tariffs based on perceived trade imbalances and non-tariff barriers, saying the goal is to encourage reshoring of production, generate revenue to help fund tax cuts, and level the playing field for U.S. manufacturers. Among the most affected countries is China, which faces a new 34% tariff on top of existing levies, bringing its total to 54%. Many other Asian economies have also been hit hard, while the European Union faces a 20% tariff. There's been growing interest in how the U.S. determined the tariff rates, which the administration called reciprocal. One user on X claims to have cracked the formula: take a country's trade deficit with the U.S. and divide it by that country's exports to the U.S. Reaction ranged from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying as much, nothing to crack, to there's no way this can be what they use. There must be some alternative explanation that happens to align. I can't figure out exactly what it is yet, but it cannot be this dumb. Trump's tariffs have increased concerns the U.S. will enter an economic downturn, as they will ultimately trigger inflation and global trade tensions. Prediction markets Polymarket and Kalshi are showing a roughly 50% probability of a recession, but some experts say the economic impact will be a slowdown rather than a recession, with potential for Federal Reserve rate cuts. Global stocks are under pressure, with Vietnam leading losses in Asia, falling 5.5% in its worst single-day drop in over 4 years. The dollar is weakening, and the U.S. 10-year Treasury yield is hovering just above 4%, the lowest level since October, which may be seen as a positive for the administration in order to get interest rates down. Finally, the U.S. House Financial Services Committee voted to advance a stablecoin bill to the full House of Representatives Wednesday after a marathon session debating amendments. Numerous Democrats, such as Massachusetts Representative Stephen Lynch, raised concerns about U.S. President Donald Trump's foray into the stablecoin business, conflicts of interest, and failed crypto projects of the past. Have a listen.
It is a certainty, because of all the history we've had, and nothing's changed, that these stablecoins are going to depeg and they're going to require a bailout. And now you have a president who's issuing his own stable coins and meme coins, and those are going to fail. And you got members of Congress that have become the darlings of the crypto industry, and so the American taxpayer is going to be the ultimate loser here, because you know that members of Congress will vote for the bailout.
The Stable Act ultimately received bipartisan support. The House panel follows a similar stablecoin bill that was advanced by the Senate committee. Hey, don't forget to download the CoinDesk mobile app on iOS and Android for the top news headlines of the day.